The National Service Scheme, in a press release on Sunday, announced an increase in the allowance from the current 559 Ghana cedis 4 pesos to 715 Ghana cedis 57 pesos with effect from January 2023, adding that all arrears owed current service personnel will be paid. The increment has, however, drawn mixed reactions from stakeholders who say the increment is inadequate considering the prevailing economic conditions in the country.
Though it's good, but I wouldn't say it's all that good because it's just 156 increments on the allowance from the previous 559. And then looking at how inflation is and how the cedi has depreciated, the government should have at least reached 800 cedis or 1,000 cedis for allowance.
I think it's not enough. And that's really because of the economic situations in the country. We cannot deny the fact that prices of things have gone up, and we are looking at, as an NSS personnel, prospective NSS person, we are looking at transportation, we are looking at feeding, we probably may even be looking at accommodation, and accommodation comes with a lot of other things to take care of.
For some current service personnel, the scheme must put in place measures to ensure regular increase in allowance while ensuring that allowances are paid on time.
With the 715 is not the best, but it's a step in the right direction. That's what I will say. Okay, and I am looking forward to that. After every 3 or 4 years, the payment will be revised or will be looked into so that the service personnel also benefit.
But the National Service Scheme has been justifying the marginal adjustment in the allowance amid concerns of its inadequacy. The scheme says the increment in allowance will be subject to factors including the country's economic condition and government's ability to pay.
This year, for instance, we are going to deploy between 170,000 to 180,000 service personnel. So if you calculate the amount, it's going to be a very huge amount on the state and coffers of the government. So it was important to find a middle way so that it will not be too much for government and it will also not be too low for the service personnel who are the beneficiaries of the payment of the allowances. Then the other factor was also to look at the private sector because we post a good number of service personnel to the private sector and whether or not they could also pay. So you look at all these things and then find a middle way which will be safe for all of them. I don't think anybody should entertain any fears with regard to the time that allowances may be increased. I've said that we do not increase allowances on a yearly basis. And so one cannot just say that maybe 2 or 3 or 4 years' time allowances will be increased. It could be increased 2 years, could even be increased next year, depending on the objective conditions and the realities of the time.
The National Service Scheme has also urged current service personnel to exercise patience as it works to pay differentials resulting in the increase in the allowance.
Accounting has been given directive to make effect. So we have to engage them and know how much they are bringing, whether they are going to pay all of them in bulk or they are going to stagger them, maybe trying to get. I don't know for now.